So lots of you probably wasted tons of money on items that didn't need to be largely invested into, and some of you probably cheaped out on things that you probably should have dropped some cash into. And as someone who has actually had the privilege of being able to have both some dirt cheap items as well as some very expensive items, I now have the wisdom bestowed on me as to what is worth it and what is not. Which is why today we're gonna go through virtually almost every fashion item there is and rank it into a tier list of investments, so that when you guys decide that you wanna go buy something, you can reference this video and you can see whether your boy Brandon thinks it's worth it. So today's tier board looks like this. We have 4 tiers. Starting from the very bottom, we have the low tier investment. Our price range here is from the $10 to $100 range. These are your basics, frequently worn items where spending a lot of money doesn't provide any additional value. Moving up, we have the smart spending category. This is from the $100 to $300 range. These are items where mid-range spending gets you good quality, durability, as well as versatility. The third tier, we have premium picks. This ranges from the $300 to $800 range. These are high quality investment pieces that are essential for those who prioritize craftsmanship and materials. And our final tier is the big splurge tier. This is 800 plus, and these are going to be your cornerstone pieces that actually justify their high price tags through superior materials, craftsmanship, and their timeless appeal. So now that we've covered these tiers, let's rank these guys. Some of you guys definitely just got some PTSD about the last tier video.
He looks more like Drake than Drake himself. That beard, the epitome of a Ralph Lauren. Full on legal girls. Those are the curb stomp for 10,000, bro.
So starting off, we have socks. Definitely low tier investment, something you're gonna replace quickly, get super dirty. Unless we're talking a dedicated crispy sock, of course. Maybe you wanna splurge a little bit more. Vicuna wool, cashmere, something that feels nice and soft. I'm kidding. Now, the gilet, I would say $100 to $300 can get you a great gilet. You don't need a cashmere or a wool version of a gilet, because if you're wanting to be warm, you just get a proper jacket. So you can definitely find some nice cotton ones or suede ones in fake suede in the $100 to $300 range. Next up, we have the hoodie. Now, the hoodie is almost always going to be made out of cotton. You don't really see anybody rocking hoodies made out of cashmere or wool. So I would say that you can find a great hoodie in the $75 to $125 price range, especially with brands like Abercrombie that make very comfortable hoodies as well as ones that look great. It is going to be in between the two categories, between smart spending and low investment, but I'm just going to put it into the low investment just for the purpose of this video. The hybrid knit cardigan. Now, you guys know how much I love the hybrid knit cardigan. Nothing gets me harder than a hybrid knit cardigan. So that being said, it seems that only high-end brands make these, which is really odd. You would think that the lower tier brands would make them, but for some reason they don't. It doesn't seem to be a very popular item. So that being said, I would say that this is more of a premium picks item. Is definitely going to be in the $300 to $800 range. Now, do I think it is worth it to spend that amount of money on this item? I think they are overpriced for sure, but considering that you can't get any good quality ones until you're in that $300 to $800 price range, I'm gonna have to put this in the premium picks. Next, we have shorts. Now, shorts, unless you're living somewhere that's hot all the time, is not gonna be an investment really. And in terms of quality, most shorts look pretty much the same. So I would say that this is gonna be in between the low investment and the smart spending range. I would say very similar to the hoodie. $50 to $125 gonna get you a perfect pair of shorts that will last you. So I'm gonna put this in the low investment, but again, it splits between the two. Next up, we have sweaters, and this picture kind of just categorizes all sorts of sweaters: mock necks, quarter zips, cardigans, turtlenecks, etc. All the different types of sweaters. Now, you guys know I preach that you invest into your sweaters. Always look for 100% wool or cashmere, because the whole purpose of a sweater is to keep you warm, as well as you want something that's comfortable, and wool and cashmere are going to provide both of those things. Now, it is not something that I suggest that you overspend on. $400 is going to be the max you want to spend on a cashmere sweater, because they do get ruined over time. They pill. It is going to happen. So you want to keep it within the $100 to $400 price range. So I'm going to put this in the smart spending, because most of the time you're going to find it within the $100 to $300. $400 is on the high end. Sandals. Now, sandals are going to go into the smart spending category. $100 to $150 is going to get you a perfectly fine sandal that is not going to fall apart. So a Birkenstock is what I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of a sandal. So that is gonna go into the smart spending category. Here we have a picture of a varsity jacket. Now again, just like the sweaters, the varsity jacket just categorizes all sorts of casual jackets. I'm talking things like your denim jackets, your twill jackets, corduroy jackets, varsity jackets, anything that's not gonna be any high quality material like cashmere, wool, leather, or suede. Now this is gonna go into the smart spending category because within the $100 to $300 price range, you should definitely be able to find some really high quality jackets. You're mainly looking at stitching and actual fit when it comes to this price range for these jackets because like I said, they're nothing special in terms of materials. Next here we have boots, and this categorizes all sorts of boots: Chelsea boot, military boot, leather boot, whatever all the other boots are, chukka boots. So this is gonna go into the premium pick section because $300 and up is going to be your safe price range for finding something that's going to fit you nicely, that's going to be using high quality materials, that's going to last you a long time, and that's actually going to be comfortable to wear. You might be able to find something in the $250 range, but I think you have a safer bet looking in the $300 to $800 range for getting something that's going to be good. So that is going into the premium picks. I want you guys to take a shot for every time I say high quality throughout this video. You guys be fucking blacked out by the end of this video. Man, it's going to piss me off how many times I'm saying this now. Denim jeans. Now I have both expensive pairs of denim jeans and cheap pairs of denim jeans. I didn't buy the expensive ones, I've got those sent to me. So I'm gonna say this unbiasedly. Denim is denim, bro. I know there's gonna be some guy in the comments like, bro, Japanese denim's so much better, bro. I don't think it's worth it. I'm gonna say $50 to $125 is the most that you're gonna wanna spend on a pair of denim jeans. So we're gonna put that in the low investment just because most of the price range is in the low investment category. So before we move into rating our next item, I'd like to say a big thank you to today's video partner, Bluemont. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick hair styling video using their new rebranded line. As you can see, my hair looks atrocious because this is actually what it looks like when I just wake up. So for the purpose of this video, I didn't style my hair. And check out their new containers, by the way. They are square now, and if you guys have used Bluemont before, you're used to seeing it look like this. They've got this unique square packaging now, the snap lock feature for opening and closing, and then they also stack on top of each other, which is really nice for when you're putting them away. Okay, let's get into actually styling our hair. We are gonna kick things off with the volume cream, which is a pre-styler. You want your hair to be damp for this. I'm gonna get my hair damp real quick. So like I said, this goes in damp before you blow dry. This is gonna give your hair some volume, texture, and definition, which is really going to elevate the final look. So once you've applied it to your hair, you're gonna take your blow dryer to activate it, and this is a super important part to make sure that you get a nice finish. I mean, look, just already after the pre-styler, my hair looks a million times better than it did before. And now that it's dry, we're gonna go in with the matte cream clay. This is a post-styler. It's lightweight, so it doesn't feel heavy. Plus, it's also got shea butter in it for smooth texture and a nice matte finish. And there you have it. This is the before and after. Super easy, tons of volume and texture definition. If you guys want to grab any of these products, you can use my code BALFOUR for 10% off at checkout. Link will be in the description below. And let's get back to rating these items. All right, now we have the duffel bag. Now, the duffel bag is something that you should invest in. Everybody should just have one nice leather duffel bag. Leather, not canvas. Don't spend your shit on some Louis Vuitton monogram canvas bag that costs like $20 to put together. You want something that is made out of genuine leather. So that being said, if you want something that is made out of genuine leather that is going to last you a very long time, this is going to be between, honestly, premium picks and splurge. Now, 800 plus, don't be looking at any designer brands. If you want something that's actually going to be super high quality, you're going to want to look at something that is handcrafted. I would look at a brand like Frank Clegg. I didn't even need to look it up. Frank Clegg is going to be in that higher price range if you want a one-on-one bag made or something like that. But for the most part, $300 to $800 is going to get you a great duffel bag that's going to last you a lifetime if you take care of it. So that is going to go into the premium picks section. Sneakers. Now, sneakers, I do believe you should spend more than just $100 on a pair of sneakers, but you don't need to go overboard and go 300 plus. I have a pair of sneakers that I had sent to me because I had done a collaboration with Harry Rosen, and they're Brunello Cucinelli. They're over $1,000. Now, do I think that they're any better than the Axel Arigatos at a $250 price range? Not at all. Shoes are gonna get ruined regardless, but you still want something that's gonna look nice, that's gonna be high quality, because they will last you longer, but they will still get ruined. So don't invest too much. I'm gonna put this in the smart spending section. Next, we have the winter jackets. These are your parkas, your bombers, your down-filled jackets that are meant to keep you warm. If you are somewhere that gets extremely cold is definitely worth it to invest in a winter jacket. Winter jackets that have down filling most of the times are coming from higher end brands like Canada Goose, Montclair, where I know Canada Goose, I'm not sure about Montclair, but Canada Goose has a lifetime warranty with their jackets. So they are worth it in terms of actually keeping you warm and lasting you a very long time. So I would say that you're gonna be looking from the $500 to $800 range to get yourself a jacket that's gonna last you a long time. This is an investment for sure, and that is gonna go into the premium picks section and between the splurge as well. T-shirts, low investment, Uniqlo, $30 for a t-shirt, and it's something that you just constantly replace very quickly because they get ruined fast. Belts is another one that I wouldn't say it's necessary to spend a ton of money on a belt. Between $50 to $120 is gonna get you a genuine leather belt, so that is gonna go in the low investment as well. Next up, we have the tailored trouser. Now, out of this entire list, I would say that the tailored trouser is the most important thing to invest in. If you guys watch my content, you know how many people talk about my pants. All my Suit Supply pants, everybody's always commenting on them because they look so good. They fit perfectly. That's the beautiful thing about a custom tailored trouser, is you can spec it out to whatever you'd like it to look like, as well as to fit your body perfectly. A pair that I bought 2 years ago looks exactly the same way it did when I first bought it. It is basically indestructible. I don't even think Wolverine's claws could cut through the material. It will last you a lifetime, guys. So I would say that this is gonna go into the premium pick section. $250 to $400 is gonna get you a fantastic pair of tailored custom trousers. Okay, now we have dress shoes. These are your monk straps, your Oxfords, loafers, all the different types of dress shoes. You want to spend a decent amount of money on these things because the cheaper ones are always gonna hurt your feet and they're just not gonna last. I would say that this is gonna go into the premium pick section. You're gonna wanna be spending around $300 to $800 on a good pair of dress shoes. And remember, you're not gonna be wearing it all the time unless you're James Bond. So it is something that will last you probably a lifetime if you spend a good amount of money on them. Now we have the button-up or button-down shirt. I would say that you can get a good quality button-up or button-down shirt for the $60 to $125 range. If anything, I'd be spending most of your money actually on the tailoring process of getting this shirt to fit you properly. Cotton is fine for a shirt. So we're gonna put this in the smart spending category. It also, like I said, you can get it in the low investment area, but just for the sake of this, we're gonna put it here. Next up, we have coats. These are your pea coats, your overcoats, your trench coats. Because it is so much material and you always, with a coat like this, it is something that is gonna last you forever. It is really a wardrobe staple that you can splurge on. This is gonna go into the 800 plus range because of how much fabric it is. If you're looking at wool or cashmere, it is gonna be in the upper 800s to $1,500. Don't go and spend $2K on an overcoat, but within $800 to $1,500 is a perfectly fine price range to spend on a high quality jacket. Man, dude, I can't say high quality anymore. It's pissing me off. I don't know. What other term can I use, guys? Exceptional quality. Okay, now we have suits. Most suits that are made of fine materials are going to be starting in the 800 plus range. That is going to go right into the splurge section just because you're not going to get anything great nor tailored well for less than that. Hats, beanies, toques, low investment, don't need to spend a lot of money on that. Polos, I would say you're gonna be looking in the smart spending section just to get something that's actually going to fit you properly. You might be able to find some in the low investment as well, but most of the time they don't look that great under $100. So I'd say that anything between 100 to 150 is gonna get you a nice looking polo. Underwear, low investment, just make sure you go for cotton or bamboo to make sure that your Johnson is healthy. Chinos, always gonna be made out of cotton. You don't need to invest a ton of money into chinos. I would say $60 to $120 is going to get you a perfectly fine chino, so that is going to go into the low investment section. This other one here, this symbolizes things that are made out of suede or leather. This is automatically going to put you into the premium picks section because it is the most expensive material that you can buy. It can even get into the splurge section, but I would say that once you get into the splurge section, you're paying a lot more brand tax than you are for actual material wise. I'm going to put that in the premium pick section. Definitely worth it for sure though to have some sort of leather or suede jacket in your fall or winter rotation. And finally, we have swim trunks. Swim trunks, low investment. You don't need to drop a ton of money on it. $10 to $100. I even buy the ones from H&M. You end up going to a lake or something and you slip on a rock and you ruin them. So that's gonna go into the low investment, guys. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section if I made any mistakes or what you disagree with, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.